Good morning, children. Today we are going to take up plant tissue. As we know, plants are very important organisms on earth. They are very important for our survival. So we need to study about them and their anatomy as well as their morphology. Here we are discussing about anatomy. Anatomy is the internal structure study. First of all, in ninth class, we have to deal with the basic things only here. So I have drawn a diagram here of a meristematic tissue. As I told you in my earlier class, what are meristematic tissues, what are sclerenchyma and parenchyma. Today again I am revising it as well as discussing in detail. Now, what is meristematic tissue? As has been told, it has power of division. Now comes, what are the properties of meristematic tissue? The meristematic tissue cells are polygonal in shape. As second, they are having intercellular spaces. They lack intercellular spaces. Now they have large nucleus. They lack vacuoles, or if vacuoles which are present, they will be smaller in shape. Then comes the cell wall. The cell wall is thinner so that they can divide easily. They have abundant cytoplasm, large amount of cytoplasm in them. Now why these things are there? Because the cell has to divide. That is why they are thin walled. They have to take a shape when they have been differentiated. Now I am going to take up and tell you about the parts of a meristematic tissue, where they are found. Now first of all, as we discussed in the earlier lecture, meristematic tissue is of three types: apical, lateral and intercalary. Now that only I will be telling you. What is apical, children? Apical means at the apex, at the uppermost part. So this is the apex, shoot apex, the part which is above the soil is shoot. Now coming to this, I have discussed here. First of all, I am going to tell you about what is the shoot, the root apical meristem. The root apical meristem lies at the uppermost part of the roots. It is only covered with the root cap, which protects it. These are the cells which are going to grow. They will divide. There will be a zone here which is known as to be elongation zone. Means the area where the division has taken place of the cells. Now there is going to be a next place which is known as to be as the mature zone. Mature zone is those cells now which are going to do some other functions, like xylem having the parenchyma cells, the sclerenchyma cells. So the sclerenchyma cell, the parenchyma cells in the roots, they are all mature cells. Means they cannot now divide. They will do some other function. Now coming to the intercalary meristem. What is intercalary meristem? The intercalary meristem is lying here. They are present between the permanent tissues at the base of the node or internode. In the case of the grasses, they are present at the base of the internodes. Now these are the nodes. I have drawn these as the nodes. So you can see the nodes. Whenever you are going to take the plant branch, you will find one thing, that plants have the leaves. The leaves are going to arise from a part which is known as to be the node. Now there are some cells which are going to divide and form this. So they will divide, and then they are going to form a bud, maybe then a flower. Now the flower which is produced is also by the help of the meristematic tissue. So meristematic tissue is the only tissue found in the plants which helps in the division and in the growth of the plants, and further it differentiates and produces a new type of tissue which does a different function. Children, I should tell you here about the division of labor. Means in organisms, different parts do different types of functions. Like the leaf cells. The leaves, they will do photosynthesis. and the birds, they will grow sometimes into the branches, sometimes they are going to grow into the flowers. When they will be growing into the flowers, these flowers are the reproductive organs which will produce the seeds, and these seeds are going to fall, disperse, fall, and they can germinate into new plants. Now I'm going to tell you about the lateral meristem. What is lateral? Lateral means side. So these are present at the side of the organs. Example is vascular cambium. Vascular cambium is lying between the xylem and the phloem. We will discuss it in the later part. Now the apical meristem is found at the apex. I already told you about this. So we have completed this. You can note down this diagram. This is very important. Now I am going to come to the second lecture, which will be on the permanent tissues. Thank you, children.